Okay. Looks like we got everything figured out. Should have restarted the computer before I started the live stream. Did not. We're all green again, so we're going to run through the second half of this real quick. Before, well, I'm getting some mixed signals. So yeah, we're gonna go real quick. So we're doing chicken marsala, really fabulous dish. Let's get into it right now. What you're gonna need, one and a half pounds of boneless chicken, boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Pound them down to a 1/4 inch thick, and then you're also going to need 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, salt, fresh ground pepper, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter, divided, 1 8-ounce package of baby bell mushrooms, 1 medium shallot, 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, just a second, I got things up on me. Yeah, 2 cloves of garlic, 3/4 cup of chicken broth, 3/4 cup of Marsala wine, 3/4 cup of heavy cream, 2 teaspoons of thyme, and then 2 tablespoons of chopped Italian parsley for garnish. So let's go in on what you're gonna do. First, you're gonna place the flour, the 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of pepper into a Ziploc bag, and add the chicken that you've pounded down to a 1/4 inch thickness into the bag. Seal it tightly and shake it out and coat it evenly with the flour, salt, and pepper. Then you set aside. You heat up a stainless steel pan. I wouldn't recommend a cast iron because you are going to be adding wine, which is acidic and may take away some of your seasoning. So I would go with a stainless steel skillet for this, and you're going to heat it up with the oil and 2 of the 3 tablespoons of butter into that large skillet over medium-high heat. And then you will place the chicken that's been dusted with the flour onto the pan, and then you cook it out, turning it once over until it's golden, and cook through, which usually it should take about 5-6 minutes. Transfer that chicken onto a plate and set aside, and you keep on going. You melt the rest of the butter down. Should be 1 tablespoon of butter into that pan again, and you add the mushrooms and you cook them for about 4 to 3 minutes till they're brown, starting to get a little soft. And then you add the shallots, the garlic, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You cook all that together for another minute or 2, where it starts getting the nice aromas around in the kitchen. And this is when it starts to get good. At that time, you're going to add the broth, the wine, the heavy cream, the thyme, more salt, another 1/4 teaspoon of salt, some pepper. It says 1/8 of a teaspoon. I'd probably add 1/4. And then use a wooden spoon to scrape any of the chicken bits that are still in there, because that's all going to kind of make a roux almost and get together and just get kind of happy all together. You bring that liquid to a boil and then reduce the heat to medium and gently boil uncovered until the sauce reduced to about half of it. That usually takes around 10 to 15 minutes. Then you're going to add the chicken that's on the plate back into the pan, and you're going to heat up. You're going to heat up the chicken, and then you also, any juices that are on that plate, go ahead and throw them in there because that's going to give you some good flavors. Reduce the heat to a low simmer until the chicken is warm throughout and the sauce begins to thicken, usually about 2 to 3 more minutes, and then serve. Add some parsley on top. You are good to go. It is phenomenal, and it is one of my favorite dishes to make. Very good, very tasty. I definitely recommend it. And so yeah, that's chicken marsala. Pretty simple, but really delicious. Has a lot of things that I like: chicken, mushrooms, wine. What could go wrong? If you don't have marsala at your local store, you could use make sure you're using a dry wine, so like a Cabernet Sauvignon, something like that would be a good substitute if you can't find any marsala in your neighborhood. Yeah, definitely give it a shot. And yeah, tell me what you think. So anyway, we're moving right along before my computer blows up. Life events, what we have going on, the Boney wife and I are going to go to a concert on Friday down in Austin. We're going to go see Jimmy Eat World, and it should be a blast. And we're going to make a weekend out of it. See our brother-in-law Todd, my brother-in-law, and make a Saturday fun day out of that as well. Go to some local breweries, stuff like that, and just have a grand old time. And so yeah, that's what we have planned for the Boney life. Hope y'all all have a fabulous week. I'm gonna bust through we actually had some mail in the mailbox. Viewer named Patrick said, "You said you were taking video requests. I would love to see you make homemade lasagna. Thanks!" Exclamation point. Well, Patrick, I've never made homemade lasagna, but I'm gonna look up a really good recipe. I may do a little vloggy type quick video on it. And yeah, upload that in the near future. But also, if people want to give me their recipes and have me cook them, you can email those to theboneylife@gmail.com. I would love to try out what y'all really enjoy cooking and give that a shot as well, and do kind of the same setup. Do a little vloggy video and post it up in the future. So if you have any topics or any recipes that you'd like for me to try, go ahead and give those to me at theboneylife@gmail.com. We're going to wrap things up. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm going to put a sticky note on my computer to remind me to restart the computer before I do a live stream. That way we hopefully won't have any future technical difficulties. Also, I almost forgot, we will have a special guest next week. Special mystery guest next week. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the live stream. Until next time, plan to make something and make it amazing.